Hey, what's going on? This is Shaun of the Dead here. I'm just doing a quick little shout out video to THEMIZOREOMULLEN. We been commenting on each other's videos on zombie survival. Just talking about how she has, she wants to get a silencer and how she does have a machete. So I said, oh, okay, I'm going to make you a video. So here's this video. It's for you. In particular, I happen to have a cold steel Cucray machete. They have a couple of different versions. They have I believe a Magnum version of this, which is a little bit longer. And of course, K-Bar makes one. You can get multiple different versions of the Cucray by different companies. I picked cold steel. Mainly because I have a handful of cold steel knives. I have the GI Tantu, I have this, and I also happen to have the Spartan. So I have 3 different cold steel knives, and if you check out some of the cold steel stuff, some of the videos on their site, some of their torture tests, they're pretty good. I put a little bit of an edge on this with the file. It's not horribly sharp. It's got a little bit of an edge to it. I mean, you could cut yourself with it, but it's nothing. It's no fine work, but it's for gross work, as a machete is meant to be. If you have it too sharp, then you can always break off your edge. So you always want to make sure you keep an appropriate edge, but not too sharp of an edge on your cutting implements. I like the Cucray because usually if you hit within this section here, it's made to lop through things. Cucrays are really nice. From what I understand, there's like an indigenous people, one of my buddies was telling me about, that they make a machete that is beast. It's relatively expensive, in comparison to like just a generic Cucray machete, but they are larger and they are much heavier. They're really thick, and they split coconuts with them that are still wrapped in the thing, just like chop, and they're just, it's just a matter of like, oh, here you go. It's not even a thought, and they do it all day long. So I've seen people, take machetes, even regular machetes, and just they chop off top of a coconut, and they'll make a drink out of it or whatever, for tourists, things like that. So. And you can, easily cut down bamboo, different things like that with different types of things. And they're made for chopping through brush, so they're made to cut through things that are, decent size. Machetes in general. The Cucray style usually gives you a little bit of a bite and gives you that sliding edge, so it grabs and grinds, just cuts right on through. So I do recommend picking up a cold steel Cucray machete simply for the durability of the blade. It's a good solid blade, and the cost versus the quality of the machete. This was like I think it was 20 or 25 bucks if I'm not mistaken. So relatively cheap. Comes with it's a little scabbard. It's not the most awesome scabbard in the world, but it's effective. It works. It's a little 2-snap system, but you don't even have to bother with the bottom snap. If you kick this first snap here, it'll slide out just fine the way it is, and you can utilize it. It does have a little hole there, so you can always run some 550 cord through there and have yourself wrist catch, so that way if it falls out of your hands, you won't lose it. It can dangle. So all in all, it's a pretty cool little machete. I've played with it a little bit. If you checked out that one video, you probably see me chop a coconut in half with it. Not a problem whatsoever. So that's one of the things I recommend is a cold steel Cucray machete. Cost versus the quality of the equipment is definitely there. That's something that I would recommend. Outside of that, any other machetes you might pick up, I don't recommend Walmart machetes. They're just, they're going to be lesser quality. You can pick them up there for $5 or $10 or whatever. You can go to like Harbor Freight. Their stuff's kind of more chintzy as far as like machetes are concerned. You can get a buttload of them for like $4 or $5 each, but they're flimsy. I mean, they're just going to bend and fold and break. Get something that's a little bit more heft to it. Now, if you have the means and you want to spend a little bit more, and you want to go out there and kick out $100, by all means, go get a big bad boy, Magnum machete or whatever. But if you just want to spend a little bit, or if you want to have machetes kind of scattered out throughout your house, because you don't want to have a firearm in every room of your house, you can go and buy like 4 of these for $100, and you can have one in your bedroom, you can have one in the kitchen, one in the bathroom, one in the living room or something. So if you're in one of the main rooms of your house, you've got a machete close at hand. Just reach under the couch, pull it out. Reach into one of the cupboards or under the cupboard, pull it out. Reach in, behind the toilet, pull it out. Reach under your mattress, pull it out. There you go. Just some food for thought. I mean, I always keep a knife handy, but I mean, this never leaves my side. It's always usually within hand's reach. If I'm going to be anywhere longer than just to take a leak, if I'm watching TV, whatever, I'll put a movie on pause or something. I'll get up and go take a leak and come back. If I'm going to be taking a shower, I take it in the bathroom and leave it in there with me. When I go to bed, it goes with me, and it sits right beside me. While I'm sitting here, it sits right here beside me, and it sits in a way where I can just reach down and grab it, pick it up, and I'm ready to rock and roll with it. So if you do have a firearm, I do recommend training and practicing with it as much as possible. I shot competition with my 17. This is my 19, and I like it a lot. It's a little bit more compact version. Something I can maneuver around a little bit. I can hide it a little bit easier, but I don't feel like I'm giving up much in the way of a firearm. It's not like I have some inky, itsy bitsy, winky dinky little firearm that only holds 7 or 8 rounds like my Keltec PF9 did. I'm still kicking a 15-round mag in there, plus one in the chamber, so I'm kicking 16 rounds. And my Glock 17 is a 17-round mag, so I've only got 2 extra rounds. That's it. For the 17. So you're looking at a ½ an inch difference. So that ½ an inch difference makes an amazing difference in concealability. And if you go another ½ inch smaller, then you go to the 26, which is shorter and shorter. And you still have like a 10-round mag, so it's not horrible. And you can always put the +2 on there, and then you're kicking out 12. So you're kicking out okay at that point. But you're going to be pinky dangling unless you put that +2 mag on there. We picked up one for my sister, and it's nice. I like it, but I definitely prefer the 19 over the 26 because I feel like I want to have a full grip on there, and I want to have the extra rounds. Now, sometimes whenever I'm just going to go grab a bite and come back, I kind of wish I had something smaller so I could just throw in like my in my gym shorts or whatever I'm happen to be wearing, and just throw something in my pocket and go. This I gotta stick it in a holster, stick it in my waistband, and carry it around. So I plan on picking up maybe a little Ruger LCP for that, and just carrying something like that. So if I want to throw something in my gym shorts, I can. Just because I'm going to run, down the block and grab a bite and come back. But just to kind of give you an idea, Glock is by far my preferred handgun of choice. Not because I think it's the best firearm or the most accurate firearm or necessarily the most durable firearm, although I think it is definitely probably in the top 3 most durable firearms in the world. It's because cost versus effectiveness versus accuracy versus durability. If you want to put everything together, you can't get a better package for the price. You're looking at anywhere between $500 to $600 for a firearm, and something you can run over with a truck and pick it up and fire, and it's just going to continue to fire. It just doesn't care, and it's super uncomplicated. You can take it apart, put it back together easy. It doesn't take any thought whatsoever to do so. And they're accurate enough. They're combat accurate. You can do some bullseye shooting with them, but you're not going to do real bullseye shooting with them. They're not tack drivers. You're gonna keep a pattern. It's gonna have some variation because it's gonna have a looser tolerance than a tighter tolerance gun. So it's not going to be putting bullets on top of each other. but they're going to be close enough. You can do headshots, not a problem. So again, I just wanted to kind of go over a couple of different things with you. Main thing was the Cold Steel Crew Crane Machete. Give you one more look at it here. Again, you can do both, not necessary. You can just pull the one. As you can see, it's not exactly huge, but it's big enough. And from what I understand, they have a Magnum version. I'm not sure how much that one is, but it's a little bit longer. So you're going to have a little extra reach than you do with this one. So, you know, the Magnum version might be a better choice. It gives you a little extra distance and a little bit more range. So if something's coming at you, instead of being here and your hands here, you could be further back, and this part of your machete is still hitting, but your hand is going to be back here. So it just depends on how close you want to get to a zombie. Especially if somebody has a longer reach than you do. Say a person's taller than you and it's a zombie, and they're got longer arms, and they have maybe 6 inches more reach. Well, 6 inches more reach, and you have say 2 or 3 extra inches on this, plus what you already have, so you get a couple of inches. Well, that'll definitely put you right out of that zombie's reach, and hopefully wig split them. So just a little food for thought, and give me a heads up on what you think, as I sent you a private message in regards to doing a little interview. So we'll see how you feel about that. And so Shaun of the Dead, as always, everybody feel free to comment on machetes. This main video is about machetes. What's your machete of choice? Why is your machete of choice? You know a better machete for the value, for the price than the Cold Steel Crew Crane? If so, please let me know. I'd be interested in checking it out and doing a review on it myself, taking it to some paces. And as always, stay on topic, always be polite, and as always, subscribe.